Let's jump over to the finished product and notice that there's this black around the characters. And the reason for that is to establish some contrast in these areas of brightness for our white text. We need contrast or the type can't be read. Right here, you just lose it. So that was achieved, and that other text was a little higher. I think it was about right there. That was achieved through the effects. You have to be on the layer you want to apply the effects to, and click here, and I began with an outer glow. Okay, so these settings, I don't believe these are the default settings, but look here for the blend modes multiply, the opacity 77. You can see these numbers. And if we change this from precise to softer, you see what happens. Now, it's not necessary that we follow the exact same settings that I had in the other example. So you go ahead and play with this. What does this do? And you wonder, well, what's the spread do? What's the size do? The size kind of spreads that out. And if I hit Command plus, we can, in the hand tool, pull this down. We can see what we're doing a little better. Okay, so you go ahead and set this up. And in addition to the outer glow, I went ahead and put a stroke on this as well. So if you click on the stroke layer, that activates it. If I come back to outer glow and deselect that, if you just click on the checkbox, it activates it, but it doesn't bring up the stroke settings. So I went ahead and set this at 4, but it says inside. You saw what just happened to our text. Change the position from inside to outside. And now we start to see that we've got some contrast. And if we turn these off, how much of an improvement is that? Okay, that's a huge improvement. But let's come back and do some kerning and get this just, well, we'll get it close to just right. It will not be just right. That takes extra time. But that's how you establish some contrast, with one of the many ways you can establish contrast with these light and dark backgrounds when you're using text.